y'all doing today? It's your girl Crochet and I'm back with another video. First things first, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe. Also make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from your girl. Now, I literally just got off of work, and when I literally just got off work, I got off about 2 hours ago, but I'm kind of just irritated. I'm kind of bothered right now. So I talked to my man about it. I'm just like, babe, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand where these people are thinking and what their whole mind frame is about it or whatever. But I work in a hospital. So I'm never really around, doctors and patients and things like that because I do security. So most of the time, I'm just in the front. Only time I'm like dealing with people is if like there's a visitor, I check the visitor in, I give them a visitor tag and things like that. But now that this whole, stay at home thing is going on and everything is shut down, you're really not even allowed to go in the hospital. We're not allowed to have visitors at all. So if, somebody's sick, sorry, if that's your mama, you can't come see your mama. Period. That's it. Oh, well, sorry. They shouldn't be sick in the hospital right now. That's how it is. I don't like that because I'm actually supposed to have surgery. I have another video talking about that next. I don't know if that's next video or 2 more videos, but I will have that up. Anyways, so now that we have people pretty much kind of being treated outside in my area, I'm starting to hear a lot of things that nurses are saying and doctors are saying, and it's really starting to piss me off. So I know I can't say much of the person's, thing, because it's like a violation of HIPAA or whatever if I give out too much information. But this couple came in. This couple, they both had every symptom. Every freaking symptom of the coronavirus. Right now at our hospital, what they are doing is what they said the county is doing, our whole county is supposed to be doing, is when somebody come in and they feel like they have the symptoms or whatever, what they first do is they test them for the flu because they have millions and millions of those tests, so they test everybody for the flu. If it comes back positive for the flu, they just let you know, like, hey, you don't have corona, you just got the flu, and they give you medication and they send you on your way. So what I was told before, that when somebody is tested negative for the flu, but they still have all the symptoms, that they go and they follow this chart. And if all the answers are yes, then they get the coronavirus testing. Completely wrong. So I'm sitting there, and this couple, they're literally scared. They're saying they don't want to go home. They have kids, so they took their kids to their grandparents' house or whatever. Like, they got rid of their kids. They really feel like they have it, and they're scared and all kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, oh my God, it's like hurting me, but I'm sitting there, I'm kind of eavesdropping because I ain't got nothing to do. I'm just standing outside. So, like, the flu test came back negative, and I'm just like, okay, so they're going to test them even more to see if they got it or whatever. So the doctor comes back to their car because they have them sitting in their car. They've been treating them outside in this big old tent, and then they have them sit in their car and wait for results and things like that. Instead of going inside and contaminating the hospital, they have to stay outside. So the doctor comes back and he's like, unfortunately, it's not the flu. We're not going to say that it's corona because unfortunately we can't test you. We can only test 2 people. He's like, I have orders from literally public health or whatever. I have orders from public health, and the orders are only 2 people can get tested. 1, you have to know the person who is positive. So if you know somebody who is positive, and you go to the hospital, you give their first and last name, which is, to me, is stupid. You gotta give their first and last name and the day that they were in the hospital and got tested for it, so they can look up that person or whatever. And if that person like is in the system, like they came back positive and you had interactions with that person, then they can test you. Second, you have to be a health care provider with the symptoms. So these people are like, okay, no, we don't know anybody personally with it, but you never know. Like, we could have crossed paths in the store. They were speaking like church, like we go to church, and then before like everything got shut down, at church they make you hug people, talk to people, and like you don't know their numbers, you don't know where they've been, you don't know if they got tested positive, you don't know nothing. And they were just like, sorry, That's the rules. But what we can do is they sat there and they gave them a list of stuff that they can't do. There was like no hand to hand, touching with people, no this, no that, quarantine yourself for 14 days and things like that. And I'm just like, wait a minute, these people could literally be positive and they're scared out of their mind. They could literally be positive because they're telling you like, oh yeah, they have interactions with a lot of people. They hug a lot of people. They touch a lot of people. They're very friendly people who are sick, and because they personally don't know nobody who have it, and or they're not a healthcare provider, they can't take the test. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? So they told them to go home and quarantine themselves for 14 days, and they gave them a list of stuff. That list of stuff that they were saying, like, I can't think of it now because that wasn't like a long time ago, but it was hours ago, and it was a long list. But I remember him like saying like there's no hand to hand allowed, their 14-day quarantine, make sure you constantly wash your hands. Matter of fact, he said like every hour, on the hour. He was saying a bunch of stuff. And to me, all that indicates is that I have it. You just don't want to prove it on paper because y'all don't have enough tests. And to me, if these people are they literally feel like they have it, and they think that they have it, why not keep them? Why not keep them? Why are you sending these people that you just denied a test to home? Do you think they're really going to go home at first? You're telling them that they're on a 14-day restriction. They gave them a doctor's note that said they can't go to work for 14 days and all kind of stuff like that. You don't think these people are going to go to the store first and stack up and touch all of our breads and fruits and vegetables and stuff like that? And you're sending these people out. And a lot of people ain't finna sit home. People go to the store. That's why I can't stand going to the store. Going to the store nowadays are way more packed than before. If you thought Walmart was packed 3 months ago, it's ridiculous now. So now you're sending people who could be positive, but you don't want to freaking test them because they personally don't know nobody, or they don't know anybody personally who has it. That's stupid. And I feel like that's the reason why it is the numbers are tripling every single day. The deaths are tripling every single day because people are coming to you like, hey, I think I have it. I have these symptoms. I really feel like I really got it. Woo, woo. They just be like, okay, so do you know somebody who had it? No. Are you a healthcare provider? No. We can't test you. The most we could do is tell you to go home in quarantine for 14 days. These people are probably going to the store, touching your stuff, touching your kids' stuff, touching vegetables, touching breads, touching chips. I'm bad at that. Let me tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that now. Now I've been trying not to do it, and I've been going to the store with gloves and everything like that right now. I am somebody who check multiple bags of chips. I want chips that has the most chips in the bag. So I constantly like check the bag, shake it, feel on it to make sure I get the most chips. Because, you know, sometimes you get some bag of chips who is empty. I don't want that. So I am somebody who does that. Now, I feel like I can't do it because I feel like people are looking like, why is she touching that many bags of chips? And also, I'd be wearing gloves and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, there's people out there who really feel like they have it, who are walking around sick, feeling horrible. And before y'all shut everything down, people were going to church, hugging and touching, and people was doing a lot of stuff. People was going to clubs, all kind of stuff. So you don't know really how many people who got it. Let's say my I go to church, and you know, one of the ladies that, you know, I say good morning to and hug every morning, because you know you hug everybody in church. She didn't go on a cruise or whatever, but her daughter went on a cruise. Her daughter got tested positive. I don't know her daughter, and she don't know me personally to sit there and tell me that her daughter got tested positive for corona. So now her daughter hugging on her, she hugging on me. Now all that is just past, you know, we all passed it. I can't get tested. I could really freaking have it. I can't get tested because I don't know the daughter's name who got tested positive. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. And they sitting there, they don't know why it's spread, and they don't know why, because y'all doing dumb stuff. That don't even make, I don't see how that even clicks in your head. I don't see how that clicks in your head. I don't. So it's irritating to me. I feel like they need another tactic or whatever, but those two can't be the only two options. For him to say these are the only two options that the public health is giving us to do is stupid. There should be a third, fourth option up in there, because that two options, I have to personally know somebody's first, last name in the day that they got like the positive results. Or I have to be a healthcare provider. That way I don't spread it to other patients. That's dumb. I need something else. I need something better than that. So that literally ticked me off. That's something I've been thinking about all freaking day. It's just going to be in my head because it makes no sense. There could be so many people walking around with it right now. There's no way that them numbers are real. Because who are you testing? If I'm there and I'm telling you I see around 10 to 12 people a day at work, 10 to 12 people a day who swear they have it, they failed the flu test, so it's not the flu, and you're telling them to go home. You're giving them a doctor's note and telling them to go home. It's literally frustrating, but I'm about to get out of here. And what I'm about to do is take a shower to wash all this work, just stress and all that just off me. But I just had to come here and tell you guys, I'm not sure where you are at, but we're in California, and that's supposedly the rules right now. That's what I personally heard from my ears, or a doctor was telling a patient. And it's just frustrating. What kind of system is that? I'm out.